Welcome, everyone, to the Reality of Health podcast. Today, we're talking fasting and detoxification. I've held off making this episode for a very long time. I know it's a popular subject, but I wanted to make sure that I gave it to you in a way that maybe you've never heard of or thought about. All right, let's go. It's important to know right off the bat, I don't believe the old paradigm of fasting and detoxing like you've always heard about. This is going to be a different concept for you, I think. It's just my opinion regarding this subject, and of course, this is not medical advice. It's for educational purposes only. So here's my warning. If you don't want to feel terrible and even possibly get yourself into real trouble from cleansing, then just don't do it. Or seek a natural path for help, because it can hurt. That's why I prefer long-term, less invasive protocols. When you cleanse from any program, you can do it slowly with minimal discomfort or none at all, or you can possibly become ill. When the body releases toxins, they travel throughout the tissues. So you'll just cleanse a toxin from one tissue and just deposit it into another one. That is what most people do and don't even realize it. Then you might say, but Eric, I feel so much better in such and such area of my body. Yeah, those symptoms went away. Sure they did. Only to show up with different symptoms in a different area of the body later on. Quick disclaimer, this episode is about general wellness, not serious health conditions. This is my belief about detoxing. There are so many opinions and protocols out there, it's insane. Cultures to doctors to naturopaths and herbalists and everybody in between, including your friend, who's not qualified to talk about it, I might add. I'm more about encouraging the body rather than forcing the body to detox. Unless, of course, you like torture.
Every morning, I wake up in pain.
I prefer the easy route for people, unless you have serious poisoning. That's a whole different thing. And this episode is not about all the different ways to detox or fast. It's about a different way of thinking about detoxification. Do you really need to do it? Is it what you've always been told? How does it actually work? So let's give you a few tips to start off with, okay? Don't go back to doing what you were doing before your detox. Because basically, you're going to put yourself right back into why you needed to do the detoxification in the first place. Don't consume fruits or vegetables during a fast or detox unless you are obviously doing a protocol using fruits and vegetables. Duh. I don't believe in any plant-type protocols for detoxing. They have far too many chemical compounds. Not only does your body have to metabolize them, but there's also the pesky anti-nutrients and chemicals that are toxic to the body. You can consume organic-only bone broth. It's nourishing to the body, but won't inhibit the detoxification process. You could even just do a bone broth detox for 2 to 3 days. If you have to add something to your water, then add a small amount of organic lemon, just enough to taste it. You can also take a small amount of charcoal a couple times a day. That'll help in the digestive system. So if you have a little or no digestive upset, it can help curb some of those unpleasantries. Quick massages will help, but don't do like deep tissue or 2-hour-long massages. You can also build your microbiome before you start your protocol. One of the best things you can do during a fast or cleansing is consume clarified butter, also known as ghee. Add it to your bone broth or just drink it. Higher fat during a detox protocol has shown to increase the fat-soluble toxin metabolism. And if you're experiencing digestive upset, then add some fiber powder. If you have constipation, then add a natural laxative. Last one I will mention is make sure you get minerals during any detox or a fast. You see, they support the liver. Super important. A liquid mineral supplement is what I prefer you use, like Sea Plasma Water or Trace Minerals Research Company makes a product That's just liquid minerals. So here's the general concept of why you're fasting and you're detoxifying. The theory is that you force your body into a state of autophagy, which is the body replacing old dying cells with new ones. My concept, however, is different. I don't believe cells exist. The type of cells you've been always shown. I believe they are structures of water that have proteins and fats, and they make up tissues. No one's actually proven that we have actual cells. It looks like a spheroid shape under a light microscope, but that's about it. Then Dr. Gilbert Ling comes around and removed what you know of as a cell membrane, and nothing happened. Picture Jell-O and the outer surface of that Jell-O. There is a surface, but not a membrane. You see? When they look at cells under a microscope, they see only a sphere and a nucleus and cytoplasm. That's the water. And then they also see mitochondria. That's it. That's all there is. So protein and water mixed and held together in a unit. Nothing more. There's essentially two types of cleansing, short and long term. Short is hours to a few days, and long is any length of time longer than that. In short-term protocols, I believe that when you fast or do a cleanse, you are releasing the water, and with it comes the toxins. When doing longer protocols, I believe that you now start to employ your microzymas, known as somatids. I have an episode on those, episode 73. They start to clean up the fat-soluble toxins during a longer detoxification. The time when you are not feeling so good during this protocol is when the amount of detoxification hits that threshold of what you can feel. The blood and the lymphatic system concentrations are high. Tons of toxins that have been freed from your tissues and or the toxins from the somatids that have fed on the toxins. Remember, they defecate just like we do. You feel better after a good cleanse because you have less poison interrupting your daily functioning of your body. Now we have two types of toxins. You have water and fat soluble. Water soluble comes out quicker. Fat soluble takes a lot longer. So this is how I see it. You, as a whole, are a water vessel. Every day, you're going to want to replace the water in your body with fresh water till the poison has been diluted out. That's just your daily functioning. Get up, do your stuff throughout the day, make sure you're getting clean water. That replaces the old water. And when the old water leaves, there goes toxins. Picture like a bucket that is filled with water and you add a toxin into it. You wouldn't drink that. You don't want that in your body. So how do you get rid of that toxin? You can't separate it, but you can add water, like let's say continuously from a hose. And eventually the toxin is just diluted out. And for an added bonus of information, I will tell you to then impart the water with good EMF, or charge, or frequency, or vibration. Yeah, Eric, you always talk about those. That's because it's the essence of your health. You see, because poisons break down your tissues and they destructure your water. Then the tissues start dying and you get sick. So if you stop poisoning yourself, then you won't need to detox or fast. Unless you have a serious health condition, I don't believe in a dedicated fast or cleansing process just to do it because it seems like something you should do. Or your friend told you should do it, or somebody told you should just do it. Why? If you conduct your life in a healthy way, your body will clean itself on its own. Because if it didn't, you would be dead already. So if you're consuming toxins from many areas in your life, from the air to your clothes to your food to your skincare, from your laundry to never getting outside to never touching the earth, from too much stress, too much negative thinking, no love, then you will need to do some form of detoxification, and probably on a regular basis. If you want to add a form of detoxification to yourself every day, then get into using red light therapy, or a sauna of any kind, or getting out in the sun, especially physically touching the earth. Drink clean water, eat clean food, remove as many toxins in your life as you can. I have several episodes on toxins in your life and where you'll find them. You can do different types of baths. You can induce sweating from exercise. You can utilize breathing techniques. One of the most gentle and most powerful ways that you can detox, and is my personal favorite, is with a castor oil pack placed over your liver while you sleep. Not only does it help your liver to remove toxins, but it also balances your central nervous system. People who do it say they love it. Children love it too. If you're in a sympathetic state all the time, it's very difficult for your body to detox. So if you shift into the parasympathetic side, your body has a much easier time detoxifying. The pack does that because of the slight pressure on the touch nerve receptors. Similar to a weighted blanket or swaddling for a newborn. Puts you into a relaxed state, and therefore you can heal. So the key to detoxification is encourage the body to do it through relaxation and the sun or red light therapy or sauna or exercise or earth grounding with clean water, clean food, clean air, low EMF exposure from electronics and electrical things, and then you'll be good. Not that long ago, healing clinics used to be in places out in nature where they would feed you clean food, clean water, you get a lot of sun, clean air, no electronics. And most people either completely healed or led a normal life. We pretty much do the opposite, and that's why everybody is sick. I encourage you to do it minimally over long term so you don't feel terrible. And that way you let your body do all the work like it's supposed to. Hey, I want to thank you for listening, especially all of you who listened to the end. I hope you see maybe things a little differently. Cleansing doesn't have to hurt. There's no reason to hurry it along. All right, that's it for today. Take care of yourselves.